Yo, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my video. This is King Daddy coming at you one more again. For all my King Daddies and Mamacitas, please like and subscribe. Welcome. I come at you with the realest, and if you feel me, I keep everything 100. Coming at you with this video about all the scummy companies out there. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Microsoft. I'm talking to you, Sony. Talking to you, WWE. And I'm hopefully going to keep this a short video. It's probably not going to be short, but just to let y'all know, I'm going to keep it real up in this interview. Now, from what I just learned this morning, that WWE is leaving just signed a $1.8 billion deal with ESPN, leaving Netflix starting 2026. However, they're going to start charging WWE fan $29.99 a month for the PLE, paid live events, which mean $30 a month to watch WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Money in the Bank, hell, whatever paid live events there are. It's $360 a year to watch it, unless you have some bundled service with Disney or something. That's a lot of dang money, especially when people can't pay their dang bills. Oh, just to let y'all know, the music, if you do hear it in the background, it's non-copyrighted. It's from YouTube Music Store. YouTube actually non-copyrighted this music, so they better not flag me. And thank you for liking and subscribing. I'm all here to give you the most realist content. Yeah, sorry about that. Had to pause the video for a minute or two. Now back to the video. Now, like I was saying, I'm gonna go ahead and lower it. If you guys heard it, thank you. If not, it probably did not did not come through. Now, like I said, I watched this content creator, really good creator. Talks. Um, excuse me, one quick. Like I said, I watched this content creator named CJax, who calls Triple H Triple Fraud, which is a perfect name for him because that's exactly what he is. As you all probably know already, he signed a $1.6 billion and some change deal with ESPN to leave Netflix starting 2026, um, for all PLEs and for all PLE events, meaning all PLE events, such as SummerSlam, Money in the Bank, WrestleMania, Blasey Blasey, will be on ESPN. However, we as WWE fans now have to fork up $30 a month just to watch those events instead of it being on either Peacock when Peacock is only $14 a month included in your subscription with ad free, which makes no bloody sense. It's ridiculous. So, which means if you want to pay, if you want to watch those paid live events, we have to fork up another $30 a month, which is 360 plus dollars a year, in addition to whatever subscriptions that we do have, unless you have a Disney bundled service or something ESPN is bundled with, which is absolutely asinine. It's stupid. The dumbest thing I've ever heard. Scummy. They're not the only scummy companies. Microsoft, scummy. Excuse me. Sony, scummy. These are some of the scummiest companies on the planet. And like I said, I keep it 100. I keep it real. I don't sugarcoat anything. I don't fanboy for anything. And I don't kiss anything. I don't. I don't. They don't pay me. I'm sorry, but not. What do I have to make a video for just to support them? I don't, and I won't, and I refuse. Keeping it 100. That's all I do. Keeping it real in their field. Now, that's WWE, which WWE has no storylines. They don't focus on people that they need to focus on. LA Knight, Raw and Truth Killings. Uh, so many wrestlers I can't even think of that they don't and refuse to focus on, and all they do is focus on the most popular fan favorites, Roman Reigns, which don't get me wrong, I'm a Roman Reigns fan, but he does not need to be focused on. Seth Rollins, dude is boring. They brought back a 50-year-old Brock Lesnar. Why? Why? Like, why? It doesn't make any sense. Nonsense. They only brought him back just to get that 30 seconds of cheap pop when they have so many awesome wrestlers in the back that deserve TV time. Carmelo Anthony, Ronda Truth Killings. He had huge pop when they fired him. They fired him, and then they brought him back because of the fans. And what's he doing now? You have Carmelo Anthony. You have folks like LA Knight. You have Jay Uso. You have Jay, who was a. They didn't even do anything with him as a world champion. Like, come on, man. Like, let's keep it real. And what are they doing with the greatest tag team champions? And they're making them into a joke. The New Day. Like, this is the scummiest company on the face of the planet, man. And people boost them up like they're so great, and they have the nerve to charge us $360 a year just to watch garbage. Come on, man. Come on. Like, let's keep it real. They suck. Like, they literally suck. They're trash. They're absolute trash. And I watch AEW as well. They're not the best, but they're damn sure better than WWE. They're not. I mean, keeping it real. The only thing WWE has going for it is the hot chicks. That's the only reason I watch WWE for. Keeping it real. The chicks are hot. Chicks are hot in WWE. That's the only thing that WWE has going for it right now. Keeping it 100. Now moving on. Microsoft. My God, man. Where do I start? Microsoft. Scummy. I know it ain't three syllables, but they just made it into three. Scummy. I remember when Microsoft released their Xbox, and I don't know if y'all remember the first commercial that Microsoft released for Xbox. They released Xbox as an entertainment center. That's what that was the selling point of Microsoft Entertainment Center. Where's the entertainment? I'm waiting. There's no entertainment in Microsoft. They took away every single feature that made Microsoft stand out apart from all the West. Just keep it real. They took away the Connect feature or any accessory to make the Connect feature a standalone product. For instance, watching playing a game while watching a movie or TV show or your cable box at the same dang time. That was gold. That was gold. Gone. Gone. Just like that. Gone. Because the Connect feature, they don't even support it anymore. And they didn't even come out with another product, maybe an advanced product than a Connect feature, like another camera to advance the Connect so you can actually have that feature back on to the Series X. No. They're like, well, we don't want to support that anymore because we don't want, we're too lazy to make something like that. So we're going to just go ahead and uh, be done with it and not even talk about it. Phil Spencer. Scummy. That's what he is. Scummy. They had the one versus I think one versus one where you could pretty much compete around the world or galaxy basically with everybody around the world, and Microsoft would give away prizes and games. Heck, I remember somebody won a car or something to that effect, if I'm not mistaken. Top prize, whatever, or top prize was trip around the world or something like that. It was it was great, and this was on 360 for God's sakes, 360, man. But because Microsoft has some copyright or legality issues because another company had the same similar thing as that, or gaming show like that, Microsoft was like, "Oh well, okay, we don't want any problems, we don't want any drama, so we'll go ahead and remove it from our system, and we won't have anything similar or we won't do anything else like that. So we'll go ahead and remove something like that that was actually bringing in fans and that was actually bringing in money, that was actually bringing in entertainment to the fans that actually pay us, the fans that actually pay Microsoft. See, the Microsoft works for us. We pay Microsoft. We put money into their pockets. That's what Microsoft doesn't get. We pay their bills. That's what Microsoft, Sony, WWE don't get seem to realize, and if they do, they don't give a damn. That's the problem. And us as stupid idiots, we still pay them because we're clinging onto this idea that hopefully they'll one day change. It's been 30 years. These bastards ain't gonna change for nothing because In their eyes, we're still making billions of dollars. So why should we change? Bastards. Scummy bastards is what they are. Keeping it 100. Then Microsoft goes ahead and removes uh, the ability to have party in-game party chats, no, in-game movie and TV party chats where you could invite, say for instance you're watching a Netflix TV show or movie, you could invite your own friends or families or whatever inside of your party chat, and you're watching like in a movie theater setting, and you're watching uh, a movie like in a movie setting, and one person controls the narrative. For instance, um, raise your hand or raise a roof, like an emoji to raise your roof. It was entertainment. It was interactive entertainment that Microsoft was. It brought Microsoft above the rest. You feel me? But Microsoft didn't want to fit the bill because they're too damn lazy to 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 support that kind of a feature, because they didn't want to put the correct people to keep that ability to keep that feature up and running. But the problem is we're paying them for that. That's what we pay them to do. You have to understand, Microsoft 365, or excuse me, the Microsoft Office Essentials is 200, 300 a year. If you have 10 million people, which they do, don't get it twisted. They do have 10 million people being charged 300 plus on just your Microsoft Essentials, and I'm talking about computers now, not just Microsoft Series X. I'm just talking about Microsoft Essentials. It's about 300 bucks. If you have 10 million people, which they do, paying that 300 times 10 million. I'm not even going to calculate. I think you could calculate that for yourself. That's not even including your Microsoft Series X or Series S, which, mind you, is 600 bucks. Just the console, not the actual Microsoft Ultimate to actually be online. Just your console, $600. $600 times how many millions of people have bought that console. So if you do the math, these bastards are billionaires because of us. Multi-billionaires because of this. But they're complaining that they don't have the resources, the funds, the means, and blah, 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 blah to support features that uh, that they don't have the manpower to support these features that were already sold 20 plus years ago, right? Uh-huh. Don't forget about how many times that they have raised the Microsoft Ultimate Gaming Plan. About 30 times they've raised the price. Don't forget, there is no more exclusivity on games. Don't forget that they took away, and this is a big big thing now. They took away off the store the Microsoft TVs and movies. It might not seem like a big thing, but to a lot of us, it is. Because a lot of loyal Microsoft customers were using the Microsoft Store. See, I was not playing, excuse me, paying for games, full price for games. Let me rephrase that. Full price for games. I will never pay $60, $70, $80 for a game. Unless it's a game that I'm game sharing with one of my homies, or it's a game that I really I've been waiting for like, I don't know, 5 years for it to come out. Like a Final Fantasy 10 or something, or Tales of Arise or Persona 6. It's a game that basically will never come. Fable 2 or Fable 3. That's the only reason I will that's the only way I will pay full price for a game. The only way. The most I will pay for a game is no more than 29 bucks. I'm keeping it 100. I don't pay full price for a stinking game. And you could call me cheap all you want to. I don't give a crap. I will not. I refuse. Now, reason I said that is because what I used to do from Microsoft TVs and movies before they took it away from the store, which is stupid. There was this program, and a lot of old heads, well, some new heads, but most old heads know about this, called Microsoft Rewards Program. The Microsoft Rewards Programs allows you to earn points that you can use on the Microsoft Store. And I think they give you, I can't remember what the amount of points that you could get for either buying a movie or renting a movie. And that's what I used to do on the Microsoft Store app, or Microsoft Store on the Xbox Series X, is rent movies. And I rented a lot of movies and reviewed movies. They also, during certain times or certain seasons, gave you points for reviewing movies and TV shows. And those rewards, right now, I have about 25,000 points, which is equivalent. I could buy a controller. And we all know how much controllers cost. I could buy that through the Xbox store. I could buy, I think, $150 controller with that, or maybe even more than that. I could basically buy a Series X, almost, I believe, Series X, and I accumulated that maybe 2 years. It took me. That's when I was watching Microsoft movies and renting movies, and I only paid $4 or $5 for to rent a movie. I don't pay 20, $30 for a movie. And I might buy a movie once in a while, but most of the times I will rent it from Microsoft Movies and TVs, and I will earn points, a lot of points, because I've been with that program. For me personally, I've been with that program since it was released 15 years ago. That's why they took it down. I have an assumption that's why, or a theory, that's why they took it down. Because a lot of people were using their points, and it was costing Microsoft too much money. Scummy. Microsoft is the scummiest company on the face of the planet, man. They're scummy. Good God, they're scummy. They knew people were using their points to basically rent movies and buy movies for free. after a certain amount accumulated. Basically, 3 or 4 movies get you a movie for free. Scummy company, man, and people don't realize this. It's like a domino effect when they do stuff like this. It's a complete domino effect. Now, it pisses me off because oh, and also I would use some of the points and some of the points I earned from renting the movies to pay for my membership or my subscription services that I have. Because yes, you could you on the Microsoft Store, they have this Microsoft Rewards Store app where you can actually buy Best Buy cards. Yes. You could buy Walmart cards. Yes. You could buy Target cards. Yes. CVS cards. Yes. You could put money on PayPal. Yes. They took they basically eliminated most of that. What the heck is the Microsoft rewards points good for? I mean, you could earn points by searching on Bing, but now it's just like really. So they're basically saying we don't give a dang about the Xbox, excuse me, Microsoft community. We don't give a crap about any one of you Microsoft community as long as we get ours. Is exactly what Microsoft is saying and have been saying for years, but nobody wants to believe it. And everybody's lying to themselves saying that Microsoft is still a good company. They're not. They're scummy. Now, let's move on to Sony. Oh my God, Sony. Where do I begin with these people? Let me take my glasses off for this. Oh God, Sony. Huh. Sony. Scummy. Sony. Just let me narrate this. Sony stands for scummy. Microsoft just stands for soft. Hmm. SAB. That's all I'm gonna say. And just use the definition for that, and just use your mind for that. I'm not gonna say it outright, but you know what I'm thinking. I hope. SAB. Sony, scummy. And I'm not gonna cuss. That's why I said it like that. Now, um, Sony. Okay, where do I begin? Sorry for the long pause because I really had to put my thoughts together for this. They took away the home feature. This is I'm going back. They took away the home feature. I don't know if you guys remember the home, but it's a platform where all of your um, Sony players, or I don't call uh, people that spend more than $20 on the console or the company anymore. If you invest more than $20 on a company, you're now considered an investor. Let's just keep it real. If you spend more than $20 on a company, you're now considered an investor. Or if you have a subscription service with the company, you're considered an investor. That's how I look at it. If you continuously spend $10 here, $5 here, whatever, and it's more than 2, 3 months, you're an investor. That's how I look at it. You've invested into that scummy company. And that's what we're doing. We're investing into these scummy companies and they're treating us like crap. So, anyway, us as investors, there used to be this interactive I guess you could say platform where called Home, where a bunch of investors, players slash investors, would gather together a good at the start of it for about a year. It was about 1 million something. All of us would gather together in this home interactive setting, and we could watch uh, videos of new game trailers. We can actually come together and talk to new players about whatever. We could actually come together in like a club setting and dance and show off our avatars. It was so awesome. And it was this would have made Sony set it off. You feel me? And this was 20 something years ago. This would have set Sony off. This was on the PS3, I think, or PS2, or something like that. And this would have set Sony off above the rest. And it felt like Ready Player One. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, but that's what that's kind of felt like. And this was awesome. You could buy your stuff for your avatar. You could buy stuff for games in like in like a bunch of shopping centers in the home setting. It was awesome, man. And it lasted about 2 years, a year or 2 years. You can even watch. I think that sometimes you can even watch a movie inside of a movie theater inside of this home setting if your connection is good enough. It was great. And because Sony's a bunch of scummy bastards, they did not want to put money, invest web developers to keep this service up. But yet, they have the nerve to charge us $200 a year or something for their online services. I mean, every year the service went up by 20 $30. So by the end of the year, you're paying like 150 to $200 a year for garbage service. It's so scummy. I don't understand it. And then, of course, they're going to remove they're the first to remove their movies and TVs, which they actually had exclusive movies made by Sony and whoever Sony worked with. And they had really awesome, good TV shows. They had this one superhero TV show that only lasted a season, and it was awesome where everybody in the world had superpowers. Canceled because they removed their TV movie and TV service, Sony movie TV service from their platform. God, man, so scummy. It's so dumb, man. I can drink some water because my voice is going out. Hold on, makes no sense, man. Sorry, but yeah, these companies are so scummy. It's so dumb. Um, and then uh Sony's customer service is complete trash. Like trash amongst trash. Like you can't even reach them. That's how trash they are. Like you try to reach them and you get nothing. It's trash. And if you do get somebody, they don't excuse me. They don't know anything about anything. It's like they're mental. I really want to use the word retarded, but I heard that that word is canceled or something. But I mean, if the shoe fits, they actually wear it. and their customer service is so stupid. It's just like, why do you work for customer service if you refuse to help the customer? And God forbid if you buy a game and it's not, especially a digital game, and it's not what you expect. Say for instance, even if the game does not work, and I've ran into this about 2 or 3 times. If the game does not work, they won't give you a refund. Like if there's a licensing problem, or if the game doesn't install for some reason, or if there's anything wrong with the game, they won't give you a refund. Oh no, 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 no. You already downloaded the game, so we can't give you a refund. But the game's not playing. Oh well. So sorry. You already downloaded, and did you play the game? I tried to. I mean, I loaded up the game, but I'm not playing. But you loaded up the game. Yeah, to see if the game will actually try and play. Well, I'm sorry, but you downloaded the game. Once you downloaded the game, we can't give you a refund. That's one issue I ran into. Scummy company. And don't undermine the fact that they have allowed the investors slash players to be hacked. 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 Yes, your boy can spell. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, at least 10. What scummy company has a security system that allows the investors slash players to be hacked at least 10 times in the last 2 or 3 years, and does nothing about it? Nothing to change to change their stripes. Nothing to do any kind of security measures to prevent from being from allowing your investors slash players to be in hacked. Does that make sense? Make it make sense, please. I'm begging you. Make it make sense, please. Make it make sense. That's one thing that Microsoft has over Sony, over Scummy Sony. They don't allow their customers to get hacked. Not frequently. I mean, Scummy Sony just, they don't give a crap. Not to mention that this is another good thing that Microsoft actually does do is and I give credit where credit is due. Microsoft allows um for you to, like, if you have I don't know if you guys are familiar with NAT, network access terminal. If your network access terminal is moderate, which means you will have communication issues if you're playing online games such as Call of Duty, Fortnite, Overwatch, um, Halo. You have intermittent communication issues if you're in a party chat or if you're talking in game. If your NAT is moderate, you will have serious issues, serious lag issues, and serious latency issues. Very serious. Now, in order to fix this, something Microsoft has on the Series X, I'm not exactly sure about the Series S. On the Series X, Microsoft allows you to go to press the um, home button on your controller, go to your go to your settings on your Series X, go to network, settings, I believe it is. And you could scroll down and go to let me see what it actually is, just so I won't give you guys the wrong information. I'm turning on my Xbox now. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear. Oops, mic just fell out. Sorry about that. It's wrapped up. There you go. Okay, so you go to your settings, go to network settings, and right now, when I just turn it on, it says my NAT type is moderate. So in order to fix that, you go to under network, you go to advanced settings, and you see an option. And I called Microsoft to get this information. I called advanced technical support of Microsoft. They were actually very helpful. That's one thing about Microsoft customer service. Once you get somebody in Microsoft customer service, they will actually talk you each step in what to do in order to fix issues. Again, I will give credit to where credit is due. Sony, God have mercy. Anyway, so under advanced settings, once you see network, you go to advanced settings and you see an option that says alternate MAC address. You click on it, and under alternate MAC address. Now, before I say anything, I always have my Series X and my Sony PlayStation wired. I never do use wireless connection. I used to back in the day, because I was using fiber optics, Fios fiber optics with Verizon. But with my crappy Breeze line, and that's another Scummy company I forgot to mention. Scummy, Breezeline, crappy. Breezeline Internet, formerly Atlantic Broadband. Oh my God. They're the most expensive internet company in the world. And their internet is trash. Very, very trash. Anyway, um, so right now, both my Series X and Sony PlayStation 5 is wired. So, this is for wired connection, not wireless. So what I was saying is go to advanced settings, alternate MAC address, and under alternate MAC address, you're gonna see it says alternate wired MAC address. Clear, you press clear, and then it's gonna ask you restart your console. Your console must restart to apply the change. Restart the console. This is for the Series X now. Okay? That's one good thing that the Microsoft has implemented in the Series X. Not sure about the Series S. I don't know if it has that option or this option. Once it restarts, you hear it restart. Give it a few seconds. Okay, I'm back to my home page. I go back to settings. I go back to network settings. You're gonna see it says NAT type moderate again. What I do is I test NAT type. It says test NAT type. Test NAT type. Test it. It's gonna check connection, and you're gonna see a circle, 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 and it says all done. And you're gonna see on your screen, it looks like your NAT type is now open, which means since I have an open NAT type, all communication, whether it'll be party chat, in-game chat, um, whatever chat that I do on the Series X, excuse me, is not going to be. You're going to notice very low latency and very low lag. very little, and you're not going to be disconnected very, very, very infrequently unless there's a power outage or a storm or the other person on your end has a bad connection. You're gonna notice very infrequent disconnection as far as uh, multiplayer connection and multiplayer in-game chat. That's with the Series X. Okay. Now, back to Sony. Sony PlayStation 6 cost $650. You have most won't tell you this and most won't agree, but if you're going to pay $600 for a system, you best believe you're buying a warranty with that. Why pay $600 without buying a warranty? Warranties will cover if you have a dust in it and it messes up your system, you get the red rings of death. Or with PlayStation, your hard drive gets corrupted or something. You're out $600. Red rings of death comes with Microsoft Series X. You're out $600. Yeah, get a warranty. Anyway, so I will say about $650 for both systems. But I didn't pay that because like I said in the beginning of my video, I don't pay full price for nothing. I had a bunch of discounts and bundled and some discounts I had with for both systems, and I traded in I think my 360 or PlayStation 4 for the PlayStation 5, so I got like $200 on towards the PlayStation 5 or something like that. So anyway, so I got a pretty good deal on both systems. I don't pay full price for nothing. They're not worth my money like that. Nope. Anyway, so when it back to the NAT. When it comes to Sony, they don't have any feature for your NAT. Their NAT type is always set to either NAT 2 or 3, which means you will always have connection issues no matter what you do, unless your connection is basically perfect, unless you have no storm at all, or unless your connection is fiber optics. You will have issues with Sony. You will have not issues. It's always going to be moderate. It's never going to be open. If you have the crappiest internet connection, you will have the crappiest internet connection with Sony. That's just the way Sony works, because they refuse to put a network adapter in there, and this has been with all Sony PlayStation console products. For some reason, they do not want to put a network app adapter in there, because for some it costs too much for them, too much money for them to produce a product like that. That's a scummy company. That's a complete scummy company. They're beyond scummy. Not to mention the fact that I mean, they're oh my goodness. Like I don't know what else to say about Sony. They're they took everything away from their system as far as every single feature that they've sold to us from Sony PlayStation 1. completely have taken away. Oh, that's what I wanted to also mention. You can't use any cameras at all with PlayStation. I was trying to stream a PlayStation from because PlayStation allows you to stream from YouTube, right? Turns out you can only use excuse me, a PlayStation camera. HD camera is what it's called. You cannot use any other camera but Sony's PlayStation camera. They won't allow you on a PS5 to use any other camera. But it says, like if you go on Amazon or Walmart, whatever, that this camera is compatible with PlayStation 5, blah, 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 blah. I have three different cameras, three different companies, three different brands. And one of them is it costs like $100 something and it's brand new. Does not work with PlayStation. It refuses to Sony PlayStation 5 refuses to read it. You can only use Sony's brand camera. Problem is, these bastards have not made a Sony brand PlayStation 5 camera in 5 years. 5 stinking years they have not made a PlayStation 5 camera. You can't buy a Sony PlayStation 5 from Walmart. You can't buy a Sony PlayStation 5 from Best Buy, from Amazon, and you can't buy it from their own stinking Sony PlayStation store. You can't even search it. I searched it for like 2 years. Not anywhere in the world can you get a Sony PlayStation 5 camera. If you didn't buy it when Sony PlayStation 5 was first released, you will never get a camera um, from a camera to work with PlayStation 5. The only way that you could get one to work is if you, I believe, from what I was told, is if you have another uh accessory hooked in to another camera to hook in through your PC, and then you hook it in back to your PlayStation and do a whole bunch of other gibberish garbage with Sony. It's so stupid. Why do I have to go through 900 steps and 900 apps and 900 ways just to stream from PlayStation 5? That is so stupid and so asinine. I should only have to go through one step. PlayStation 5 camera. Oh, 2 steps. I'm sorry, 2 steps. PlayStation 5 and a camera. Same thing with a Bluetooth mic. Why can't I just use my regular Bluetooth mic instead of something from PlayStation? Scummy, man. Just scummy. Get the heck out of here, man. I hope Sony really goes bankrupt, like for real, man. They do not deserve to be in business. They're scummy. I, I don't understand it. It makes no sense. Makes no absolute sense. Like please make it make sense. Just make it make sense. Anyway, this video is longer than what it needs to be, and I'm getting tired of talking about these scummy companies. These scummy companies just they need to go bankrupt and just learn. They need to know what it feels like to actually be bankrupt and know what it feels like for investors like us to know what it is to suffer, because we're the ones that's suffering. They're rich. They're ones living living these luxurious lifestyles and yachts and $2 million houses, and we're the ones that's basically living off of bread and water and $10 gas. Come on, man. Anyway, please like and subscribe. This is for all my king daddies and mamacitas. And I hope you like this video. And sorry for being so long, but it has to be said. Thank you for watching. And uh, like I said, all my king daddies, mamacitas, all my queens out there, have a great day and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Peace.